Hey, happy Sunday. It's so nice to see you. I was going to make a video last night, but I was so damn tired. I ended up falling asleep. You ever do that? You have a really busy day and then you fall asleep without meaning to, and you wake up and you're just confused. I think I talked about this the other day. I didn't wake up in a panic. I just woke up like, wait a minute, what time? And I just wanted to know what time it was. And I sat up, and for some reason, it took me a few seconds. I'm looking at the clock like, that makes no sense. Like, I'm trying to comprehend the clock. The numbers just made no sense. Like, give your brain a second. I don't think it's awake yet. And I had fallen asleep. I fell asleep at probably about 8 o'clock last night. And I woke up about 9, just like, what is going on? I don't know. I didn't understand the whole situation. So anyway, we had our family reunion out of town yesterday. So I was gone all day we left early. And I got up early too, because I wanted to make that baked macaroni and cheese, like you do. And with the skin on top, you brown it a little bit. I didn't put enough salt in it. That was my only regret, I really should have put a little bit more salt in it. But anyway, it was fine. It all got eaten. It was just clean. The thing, looks like somebody just licked it clean, like it was gone. So it must have been all right. And my green beans there was just a little bit left in the bowl of that. Most of that got gone too. So it was great. How many people do we have? We had about 60 people, I think it was. So it was really good. It was a good turnout. And it went really well. I think everybody had a good time. And some people met that hadn't seen each other in a long time or didn't even know each other. So that was pretty cool. I had name tags if anybody wanted to put them on so they, could identify themselves. And it was really good. We didn't get back here. We got back here about 5:30 yesterday evening. And so it was good. It was good. But I have a question, because I'm going to spend today, like I'm at Aldi right now. I got to get groceries. I have some stuff at home I got to do. All the stuff I normally do on Saturday, I have to do today. And I'm going to be working on some videos in just a little bit. It's very cloudy and gross. Oh, the weather was perfect. The weather was so nice. I was afraid it was going to rain. I kept checking the forecast all week. It did not rain. It was actually a beautiful day. It was perfect. But it's kind of drizzly and cloudy and actually a little chilly today. I'm chilly. I should have worn something other than a tank top and shorts, because now I'm kind of chilly. But anyway, I have a question, because I am going to be working on 3 videos this afternoon, and they're all voiceovers. That's just the way it worked out. They just are. So I want to know what you would like to see tonight on my other channel, because what I originally planned to do was I have done my walkthrough at Spirit Halloween. And it was over an hour. It was like an hour and 10 minutes. And I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to do one part whispered, like 30 minutes, 35 minutes whispered, and the other half soft-spoken. So I was originally planning to do the whispered walkthrough of Spirit Halloween tonight on my other channel. But I also thought I would try something a little different. I thought while I'm because I got up early to make the macaroni and cheese and the green beans. Well, the green beans I actually did in a crock pot overnight. I was just trying it, and it actually turned out pretty good. I thought, would you rather see the whispered walkthrough of Spirit Halloween tonight, or would you rather see the cooking video? And I didn't have time to do the whole setup like I normally do when I cook. Like, I don't have time for that. I need to just something I can do quick. So I just used my cell phone and just filmed little parts of what I was doing. And I thought, I'll just take out the audio, because while I'm cooking, I'm talking to my kids, I'm yelling at the cats. So there's nothing relaxing going on while I'm doing any of this. And I also learned that it's hard to hold a cell phone and prepare food. So I tried to set up a little janky tripod gooseneck clamp thing to hold it, kind of like I do when I normally cook, but it was awful. But anyway, I thought I need both hands for part of this. Like, I can't take this big heavy hot casserole dish out of the oven with one hand. And at this point I didn't have anybody in the room to help me. Like, I just set up the tripod, and don't even bother taking it out of the oven. Anyway, do you want to see the cooking video with a voiceover? And I think I'm going to whisper it, I think. Do you want to see the cooking video, or do you want to see the Spirit Halloween video? I could go either way. They're both going to be released this coming week. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do tonight. I could do either one because I'm going to try to get all 3 of these videos completed today. And if you follow me on Patreon, if you're a Patreon supporter, you get to see them as soon as they're ready. So I will release all 3 of them on Patreon at some point today when they're ready. So that's one thing I do for my Patreon people is you get them ad-free and you get them as soon as they're ready. You don't have to wait for me to publish them on YouTube, which sometimes can take 3 or 4 days. You get them right away. So a lot of times on Patreon, you will get multiple videos in one day. And that's, and then but then you have to wait till I make more, but you get them as soon as they're ready. So that's something I do on there. So I know this is kind of short, but I just wanted to know which one you wanted to do. Which one you would rather see tonight. I don't know. So I am really tired. I'm so tired. And I got a lot to do today, so I need to get on in there. It's crowded. There are a lot of people here. This parking lot, like back this way, I'm kind of back from the store a little bit. All the spaces over there are full. I mean, it's crowded in there. I kind of don't want to go in, but I have to go in because we have to have food to eat. My son finished his first week on his new job. He really likes it. I think it went well. He said it went well. He's happy with it. So I'm picking up some stuff for him too to have at lunch this week so he can have some food and make sure he has some stuff because he takes his lunch every day just like I do. I raised him right. So he said, yeah, he said it's funny because some of the guys I work with, they pick up breakfast on the way to work at a drive-thru. They go and pick up their lunch, and a lot of times they're talking about what they're going to pick up for dinner. And he said, he said, you're right. He said, I cannot believe how many people do that. I said, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, where I work, I see it a lot too. They'll go out for lunch. They come in with their little bag from McDonald's or wherever for breakfast, and then they go out for lunch, and then they're talking about what they're going to pick up for dinner, and it's expensive. I mean, it can get to be a very expensive habit to do that a lot, but just chilling in the parking lot eating a banana. He's enjoying his day. So yeah. So he said, yeah, I'll be taking my lunch every day. And he doesn't eat breakfast, which I wish he would. He said, Mom, I don't get hungry before lunch. I do. I have to have a little something to eat in the morning. I cannot imagine waiting until 12 or 1 o'clock to eat anything. I would just die. But I got my banana pudding yesterday. I got my chicken and dumplings. I got my Tahitian treat. And somebody made one of those casseroles with the pineapple and the cheese and the Ritz crackers. It's so good. It is so good. I had some of that. Oh, I had a little bit of everything. It was really, everything I had was good. It was a casserole day. Every reunion is kind of different. People bring what they want to bring, and this was casserole year. Everybody, there were so many casseroles. I tried a little bit of all of them, and they were all good. We didn't really have many vegetables and almost no fried chicken. I did get my fried chicken, though. I did get a piece of that, and it was delicious. It was so good. It's the only time I really ever eat fried chicken is at these reunions. It was fantastic. And there was another year, there was a few years ago, it seemed like everybody brought fried chicken. So we had like all the fried chicken in the world, no casseroles. Like, it's funny because every year there will just be one thing and you will see a lot of it. It's just funny. I don't know. But, yeah, so it was a good time. I got to see some people I haven't seen in a while. I got to talk to some people. It was great. I had a really good time. But just let me know in the comments if you want to see, you're going to see them this week. I just wonder which one you would like to see first. Because I narrowed it down to either, excuse me. Sorry, I had to cough. So I had already narrowed it down to the whispered walkthrough at Spirit Halloween or the whispered video where I make macaroni and cheese and green beans. And it's not anything fancy. The macaroni and cheese is very simple. The green beans are very simple. I tried making them in a crock pot. I didn't really have a recipe for that. I always use Del Monte canned green beans just because those are my favorite. I prefer them over fresh green beans. I don't know. I just think they taste really good. I don't ever buy store brand green beans because I've tried some and they're just not as good. So I just took a whole bunch of Del Monte green beans, dumped them in a crock pot with the liquid, just dumped the whole thing in there, and put in 1 beef bouillon cube and just a little bit of sugar. I actually forgot the sugar that night. I put it in the next morning and it was fine. And I cooked them on low all night. And then I got up and tasted them. I took a little taste and said, yeah, you forgot the sugar. You put just a pinch of sugar in there, not much, just a little bit of sugar. And it changes the flavor. It really does. And that's all I did. And I took them out of the crock pot, put them in a bowl, took them to the reunion, and they got gobbled up, and everybody said they were really good. I went a little bit of olive oil. I drizzled some olive oil in there too, and before I cooked them. And this, I can put a link to the macaroni and cheese casserole. It said to put salt in there. I didn't put in as much as it said to put because I felt like it would be too much. But then when I tasted it, I realized it really needed that salt. It was bland. It's not an exciting dish anyway. I mean, it's very bland as it is, just by the very nature of it. But I thought the salt would be too much. But then when I tried it, I thought, yeah, you really should have put that salt in there. It needed the salt. But anyway, it's just a simple recipe I found online. I was going to use one from a cookbook, but it called for whole milk or half and half or something that I didn't have, and I didn't feel like going back to the store. Like, I don't have any of that. So I found a recipe online that used 2% milk, because I had that. So I just got that, used that recipe, and I'll put a link to that in the description when I do post the video. It's just a very simple little dish that it's very popular. People like to have it, so I wanted to make it. But anyway, I have to go now. I have to get, because this place is getting more crowded the longer I sit here. You know, I've noticed, because you can't see all the parking lot over here. I've noticed, yeah, it's cleared out back here, but everybody's parking over there. I've noticed a lot more people shopping at Aldi these days. It's definite. I see a definite increase. I mean, it's anecdotal, but this is the one I come to a lot. There are definitely, I would say on any given day that I come here, I'd say there are at least 30% more people here now. I think a lot of people have discovered this place and they've started shopping here because it's cheaper. It's definitely cheaper than going even to Walmart to get your groceries here. And I think a lot of people have started doing that to save money. And it's, it's a good thing. I've been shopping here for years, but, I'm glad other people have discovered the secret because it's great. I got my quarter for my cart and my wallet. Don't forget your keys. You don't need those. It's great though. But I'm going to get in there and see if I can get a cart. And they got new did they get new carts? I think they got new carts. Holy shit. Those are different. It's about damn time. That was my only complaint about this Walmart. Their carts are shit. I mean, you have to go through 4 or 5 of them to find one that will even roll. I mean, they're awful. Why are your carts so awful? But it does look, those are new. Those are different. The little thing where you put in the quarter is different. Those are different carts. Hot damn, that just made my day. Because that's the one thing about coming here that I hate is that the carts suck at this Walmart or Aldi. Because all the other Aldis, we have a bunch of Aldis here. All the other Aldis have nice carts. This one has just shit carts. It looks like they finally got some. Yeah, those are different. I see one rolling past me. Those are different. Yay. All right. I'm going to get my box bags out of the trunk. And I'm going to go in there and throw an elbow or two to get in there and get my stuff. Let me know about the video. I hope your weekend has been good. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again soon.